Okay, so where am I? Well, I pulled apart the other brake cylinder, wheel cylinder, because it was leaking right out of here, all over the place, and I rebuilt it. And it was pretty nasty. I mean, I don't know if you can see inside there, it's just full of rusty gunk. And I thought, but the other wheel cylinder's fine. And besides, I've already redone all the brakes over there. There was nothing leaking out of it. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. There's no need to check it. No need to, fine, I'll check it. That's not fine. No. So I had it on the car and I pulled this little thing out, which is what you should do anyway. Whenever you're doing the brakes, just go ahead and pull this up and take a look. And it was all kinds of wet under there. So I need to redo this one as well. So it actually is a good thing that I pulled it apart. So anyway, so here we go. We're going to rebuild this one now. So that's cool. Here's what I do. Take these off. Take it off. Pull this out. Let's see what. Okay, it's just wet in there. It's not nearly as bad as the other one. The other one was like, it was gross. Oh, there we go. It was gross. It was like rusty all over the place. So this isn't so rusty. It's just a little dirty. So that's not a big deal. Cool. Take the other side off. There we go. Push that through. And here we go. This plunger. These are old, so these are going to be replaced. And here's the new kit. All right. We'll grab some paper towels to wipe all this off and see what we got. Oh, also I should take this off. Oh, the bleeder valve stuck. There seems to be. Yeah, no, it's not stuck. That's cool. But it is definitely rusted. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of rust on this car. But as I go through it, it becomes less and less rusty. Okay, so looking on the inside, that actually doesn't look bad. Cool. All right. Yeah, it's some of the rubber there. All right, well, we'll clean this up and put it back together. All right, so I took all the cylinder parts and let them soak in vinegar, white vinegar. Now look at that, all nice and clean. It's like brand new, or cleaner. So I let them soak there for a couple hours, and then took the brush here and really cleaned them off. If you're going to put them in vinegar, though, you got to be sure to clean it off afterwards. Don't leave the vinegar on there because it'll just continue to do what it does, and that's not what you want it to do over time. So, I said the inside actually looks pretty good. Like, I think it's pretty good. But I'm going to hone it out, but here's the problem. I don't actually have a hone, but I do have a dowel. So I'm going to use that because, it'll work just as good. That should do it. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Just and there you are. Now I'm going to take the I'm going to take the finer sandpaper, get that on, like this. This is the 1000 grit. Put that in there. And there you go. Keep kind of working it. And there you go. It's like new. Now we can get to rebuilding. I said the older ones, like all these, the rubber, they were all bad. Here's the new kit. Like this. Got my clean, newer gloves on. Grit from getting in there. Cool. All right. I also take some brake fluid, use it as a lubricant. So take that, bit of that on there. Yikes. Okay, well, or a lot, whatever. Kind of coat that with it. Also, I'll coat the inside. There. All right, gonna coat that out. All right. Cup end goes inside. Oops. Oops. Oh. Okay, that goes in first. Gotta squeeze that in there. Yeah. Don't use picks or anything. Just get your fingers in there because you don't want to tear this. If you tear this, then, well, what's the point of rebuilding it? Okay, got that. Now, take this plunger. We're gonna shove that in there until it's flush. And new end, we'll do the same thing. Oops, too much. And we'll get down. Got it. Awesome, awesome. Make sure there's nothing in there. There you go. There you go. Put it there. And get in there. All the way around. Clean that off. Perfect. Now, grab the spring, put that in there, take this, cut it again, coat it. Just makes it easier, you know? Of course, now it's slippery, but whatever. I drop it, I'll catch it again. Bam. Work that in there. Just kind of, there we go. Make sure it's nice and flat. Even all around. The other one, you want the bowl part on the outside because that's where this push in. And we're going to shove that in. Okay. There we go. That. And we'll take this. That all up in there, a little easier to put on. And that on. And here's the bleeder. Look how nice and clean that is, huh? It was all rusted up. Put that in. Oh, darn it. There we go. Make sure it's not crooked. That goes in there. This goes in the side there. This. Cool. Goes in that side there. And voila. Perfectly rebuilt wheel cylinder. And that took me 8 minutes. Nice. So there you go. Now I just gotta put this on and put the driver's side brakes all back together again because I've only done it like, what, 3 times now. So that's cool. Super excited about that. And then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, brakes. Rebuilt the wheel cylinder. It's leaking all over the place. Got new springs and everything, so that's all new. Even found a an adjuster, so that's cool. So that way, well, it'll keep them all adjusted nice, so that's awesome. Now all I gotta do is, I got the inner bearing all greased up, set in, put on the drum. Awesome. Greased up the outer wheel bearing, which is covered in grease. That goes right in there. Put on the washer right there. This should go right on. All right, there you go. So tighten this down, set in the bearings, put in the cotter pin, fill this with grease, stick it on, and we're good. Okay, and back it off. Spins freely. Right there. Cool. This then goes on top of a chair. There. Now this one should go right in, and it almost did. There we go. It's because the cotter pin's all bent up, but it was in really good shape, so I kept it. Well, I probably should have grabbed another one, but what do you do? Put that in. Put some grease in there. Just scoop it into that. Why scoop it into that? Oh, saw someone do it on YouTube. Seemed like a good idea. That's honestly why. Once again, not a mechanic. Draw pictures for a living. All right. Great, perfect. Voila. Okay, where am I? Well, I rebuilt the wheel cylinders. I got the suspension all done, cool. And now I'm replacing this single bowl master cylinder with a dual bowl master cylinder. Problem with single bowl is when your brake lines breaks, well, you lose all your brakes. Dual bowl, when your brake lines breaks, you still have either the front or back, so that's cool, safety. All right, so I put the master cylinder in here, and now I'm gonna bleed it. I made these lines. They go to, what is that? Fish tank tubing, I believe. The fish tank tubing goes into the bowl, so as I slowly depress on the brake pedal, air bubbles will push out of the master cylinder into there. Now I know what you're thinking. Chad, you're supposed to bench bleed it, put in a bench vise and bleed it that way before you put it on the car. To which I say, yes, that's true, but you know, I don't have a bench vise. All right, now I've got that all done. All I need to do is remove my bleeder tool. There we go. Straighten, come on, come on, come on. There we go. There we go. And the other side. There. That up. there you go. All installed. Good to go. Bled and ready. Now, all I gotta do is run all the new brake lines. So, at some point this will be finished and it will turn easy and it'll ride smoother and it'll stop when I push the brakes. All right, where am I now? Well, master cylinder's put in and I bled it, so that's cool. And now the next thing in the list of things that I've never really done before and I'm a little nervous about, but this will be fine. It's gonna be fine, it's just brakes. I had to put in the proportioning valve, attach it to the firewall, and then start running my lines. Okay, that's the proportioning valve right there. Now I attached to the firewall using rivet nuts, which was cool because you put it in there and then you just thread it right in and now it's secure right there. And then start running my lines. So I got the nickel copper line and it's like doing a puzzle. You just bend it up to go to the proper place. Rear goes there, front goes to there. And now all I gotta do is start running the lines that go to the front brakes and the one that goes out there to the back. So all in all, not so bad. As long as I'm able to stop, when I hit the pedal, then I'm good. Should be fine. Okay, so where am I now? Where's the Fairlane? Here's the front suspension, all in and new. Redid the front brakes completely, rebuilt the wheel cylinders, everything else. Figure I'll do the back ones later because they seem to be able to stop, and that just seems like a future Chad problem. Anyway, master cylinders in, started running my lines. Brake proportioning valve's gonna go there. So all I gotta do is finish running my lines, and I'm good to go. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, if you're not gonna do the back brakes, why are you sitting by the back of the car? I made the mistake of pulling the back drum off, just to see, how bad could it be? And here's what I found. Yeah. See that? That's old brake fluid that's covering everything. Never in my life have I ever seen brakes that bad. Ever. I'm amazed I could stop. Really. All right, so there you go. Pretty much the end of the job. I mean, I've taken care of, pretty much everything on there. It's, almost nearly everything. I mean, well, we'll see, So, where are we now? Ooh, nice. New master cylinder, all new lines, proportioning valve all in, everything working nicely. Brakes all in, all the way around, new wheel cylinders. Brakes are braking. Here we are in the back. Differential all pulling apart, cleaned up and serviced, good. New U-joints, both in the back and the front. Nice. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, Chad. Why'd you pull the differential apart? I didn't think you were gonna do that. And why'd you replace the universal joints? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. But, well, once I pulled the axles out because, the rear seals were leaking, I saw that the what should be oil in there was actually sludge, like thick sludge. So I had to pull the differential apart and clean that up and service it. And while I was there, I noticed the U-joints were bad. So replace those. But I think that's everything. Except I gotta put the new clutch in. Yeah. All right, so I've seen a bunch of videos where they say don't scoop up a bunch of grease and stick it in there, and under the cap, but that's what I did. So put a bunch of grease in there, don't put a bunch of grease in there. I don't know. Let me know in the comments which is right. What do you do? I don't know. Anyway, does the Fairlane still stop after 5 years? Yes, indeed it does. So that's awesome. The dual bowl master cylinder worked out great. Those wheel cylinders, rebuilding them, actually held up really well, so that's good. Replumbed all the lines, and we're good to go. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe so I get more comments. And if you see something I'm doing wrong, once again, let me know in the comments. See something I'm doing right, let me know that too. All right, see you in the next video.